Hey guys, so today I want to talk about cleaning jambs, cavities, drainage, hatch jambs, or even petrol caps, areas that are not so exposed if we compare to surfaces like this, but are still susceptible to pollution, grimes, dirt, gunks that would make anyone like detailer, enthusiast, or weekend warrior, or simply a car lover annoyed. So imagine if you have a date, you wash your car, you wax your car shiny, then once she opens the door or you open the door because you're a gentleman and she sees in the door jambs, so dirty, she goes, "Ah!" You lose your opportunity to date. So we don't want that to happen. Let's explore several ways to clean it. So cleaning these areas might take a different approach. For example, the underhood. Alright, the underhood. These areas, they do not have clear coat if we compare it. I think the lighting is hitting here. This is not coated, this is clear coated. For some of our national cars, like the Perodua, the Axia model does not have clear coat on the inside of the door jambs as well. And for severe cases like this, which is not coated as well, the hatch jamb and the drainage, this is severe case. Trying to clean it with shampoo and going multiple attempts with it might not even get it clean. And hitting it with a harsh degreaser or chemical might actually damage the paint, especially on older cars. So let's explore several ways that we can do it. And since we are at this position, so we begin by cleaning the D-pillars, drainage, and hatch beading. I don't know why they call it hatch beading. And if you are wondering why we have gloves here, because as a responsible man, we put on protection. Is that funny? The gloves' purpose is actually for us to remove any debris safely for the added protection. Back then, and this is a true story, I'm not making this up, I was cleaning this area and then I almost touched on a caterpillar. And that caterpillar wanted to sue me for harassment. The caterpillar part is true, the suing part is made up. So we want to remove larger debris like this. See this guy car. So remove this. Because if it's too huge and you try to rinse it, it actually gets stuck in all these areas. Okay, this is not too bad. Okay, this is bad. This is bad. And one of the reasons why all these areas are actually dirtier than, say, these areas, the exposed one, is because sometimes when you have all this debris and get stuck at a particular area and then you have stagnant water, so it accumulates more and more grime, dirt stuff. That's why you have very nasty places like this. So this is a painted area, that's why I'm removing it. If it's on a plastic, then we can vacuum it easy. Because if I were to hit a vacuum on it, it's going to get scratched up, so we don't want that to happen. Once we have removed the debris, the next thing to do is actually to rinse it down. And sometimes it can be challenging because this area is exposed, you don't want the insides to be dirty. So what you can do is actually to partially open it up and rinse it, or to control your water flow. A bit tricky. On the door jambs it's easier. On the hatch jamb, I probably want to do it while it's closed. Wet these areas. So the point here is actually to rinse away any debris that we can flush away with water. Let it flow and then we check on the inside. So I'm going to try to clean this area with just regular shampoo and then dry it, and I'll show you the before and after. This is severe cases, so I'm not expecting it to be super clean yet. You can actually see gunks being pulled out. So as you can see, even after cleaning this, it didn't exactly pull off or dislodge a lot of dirt, but it's definitely cleaner. So the tougher ones are not out yet. So after cleaning and brushing it multiple times with just regular shampoo, this is the result. It looks better, but it's not clean. This is a dark color card. If it's on a white color or a light color card, this is actually still very visible. So the first method that I'm going to share with you guys is using a diluted multi-cleaner. This is an alkaline cleaner diluted 1:1, and the way to use it is that you want to test it on a inconspicuous. That's hard to pronounce. Inconspicuous. So the method of using this is that you want to try it on a small area first before heating or cleaning the entire area, especially for older cars. Okay, regular shampoo. Spray. Let's clean the dirtiest part of this, and this is actually a very soft detail factory brush. Oops! If you don't want it to go everywhere. Now, of course, if you want more cleaning power, you can actually use a microfiber wash meat or meat that is small. It's accessible and clean it. I'm just using a brush here because that's what I have at hand. Right, let's rinse this. Ooh, so much cleaner. So on plastic areas versus paint areas, on these areas you can actually use a harsher brush or a stiffer brush. It gives you more agitation power. So if it's this whole thing is actually plastic, just go for a harsher brush or stiffer brush. Someone's getting free service from me. Just washing this part. So for these areas, just be careful with the flow of water. Sorry. So to tackle this area, you could actually use a pointy tip type of brush and get around it. Mine is currently being used by technical team, so what I can do is I'll spray a little multi-clean on it, use a Q-tip and just go around it. So the second method is actually to utilize a steam cleaner. Unfortunately, my steam cleaner attachment is not here today. So after several months, we actually managed to order the part that we wanted, which is this particular small nozzle. We actually had to wait 3 months for this. Not sure why, global shortage or whatever. But steam cleaning is actually one of my preferred choices because number one, it's very safe even on unpainted surfaces like this petrol cap. And number two, it does not require harsh agitation or harsh chemicals. So steam naturally has the capability of breaking down or what we call decomposing grimes. So all you need to do is to steam the area and then you wipe it off. So sometimes steam cleaning is required because there are certain areas that your cleaning tools, for example wash mitt or even the brush, might have difficulty in reaching certain areas. So steam cleaning does the job effectively. What the cockroach just came out. We might understand that not everyone has access to steamer or steam cleaner, but it's very effective and if you have a budget to do so, get it. So to demonstrate how effective a steam cleaning is, without any cleaner, I would showcase this area first. And you have to be a bit careful or more caution when you are wiping off the steam area because you don't want to get burned. So let me just spray a bit of rinseless for added lubrication and to cool down the surface. So there are a bit more stubborn stains here where I would actually steam it second time. Oh, I think there's no paint here. So moving on to the third method is that we can clean these areas by using a paint cleaner. But of course, the first thing that you need to do is actually to clean it. If you want to clean it, yes, go ahead. So we'll be doing that step-by-step process. Let's make sure that it's secure first. I don't want my head to be beheaded. Put on your gloves for extra protection. Remove all this debris. Look at this guy's car. I bet it parks under the tree. Now, of course, there's a shortcut way of doing this. Just remove the larger ones first. This is actually an entire ecosystem for some bugs to live in. Now, if you're lazy, if it's on a plastic, oh, I have not plugged it in. If you want it to be fast and effective, is by using a vacuum cleaner. Plastic on plastic. So for the rain cover part, you can actually clean it like how we clean the hatch jambs. For this particular part, the third method I will be using is actually a paint cleaner. Now, of course, you want to clean it, and then you want to dry it before you do this. But for the sake of demonstration, I'll be doing a small part here, and I'll be cleaning it using a Rinseless Pro. The reason of me doing this is because I don't want to get this cover wet. It needs time to actually dry, and this car has to go back and come back for a wash tomorrow. And please be careful when you're working on the underhood. You want to make sure that the cover doesn't fall on you. I'll be just taping to showcase the difference later. And this paint cleaning method is actually the friendliest, the easiest way to do it. And of course, the cleanest way to do it, because paint cleaner actually cleans below surface. So the difference between that and washing is that the washing part on light color car versus this, the paint cleaner will turn out much better on train ice. So I'm going to just use a bit of paint cleaner on this pad. Butterfly it. Just polish. That, of course, by using paint cleaning, it works better on flat surfaces and surface that you can access. And if it's a flat one, it's a large one, of course you can use a polisher and so on to work on it if you want it extra super clean. Sometimes I use both methods, which is to clean it with the multi-cleaner and then hit it with the paint cleaner. Get the best result out from this. Once we are done, we buffed it off. So all three methods will work, and it depends on individual which method you want to go with. For example, if I have access to steam cleaner and I want to hit areas that is difficult for my hand or my detailing tools to reach, steam cleaner is my choice. Of course, if I'm an everyday, regular, average driver, if I want to clean all these parts, I would actually use a multi-cleaner. If I'm a car enthusiast, I like to show a modified car of mine with LEDs in it, I would go the extra mile and use a paint restorer, even though it might use up or consume more time to actually clean this up nicely. So it depends on individual on how far you want to go at the end of the day. That's all I have for you guys today. Let me know which method that you prefer. And if you like this video, hit the like button. Subscribe to us if you want to watch more videos that are useful for you. And that's all. Okay, thanks, bye. Move the things aside so we can start cleaning the car.